Victoria Police, the AFP and Home Affairs officials all attended a community forum in Melbourne last month. The reason? To calm tensions over a proposal to change the name of a local shopping strip. Alicia Thomas-Sam has more.
It's called Harmony Square, but tonight you wouldn't know it.
There's so much chaos, so much disrupt in the community.
These locals are at odds over the naming of a popular shopping strip in Melbourne's southeast suburb of Dandenong. Afghan Bazaar is its name, but there are calls to change it, and some aren't happy. The argument broke out as a live stream of a council meeting considering the name change was beamed into Harmony Square.
How does the council justify using Afghan Bazaar? Next question, this is also about Afghan Bazaar renaming. Why is there a need for a community consultation regarding the naming of the Afghan Bazaar?
The local council took the extraordinary step of locking the public out because of safety concerns.
The community has been very peaceful, keep asking their questions, and we are looking at this matter.
If it is so peaceful, why were the public locked out of the last meeting?
What can I say is that what can I say is really our community, in any topics that they bring, they are we always have a very peaceful meeting.
Okay, but why couldn't they attend?
It is a sensitive issue and we are working on that.
2 men were moved on by police and no arrests were made. While no decision was made by council, online the fight over Afghan Bazaar continues.
They're trying to persuade council that it is a term that only relates to Pashtuns. It's complete and utter nonsense. It's bullshit. It's disingenuous.
From the capital of United States of America, Washington, D.C., and I support Afghan Bazaar in Australia.
What's so bizarre about the name?
Afghan Bazaar was the name given in 2007 to a sprawling shopping precinct in Dandenong.
Afghan Bazaar is a symbol of unity. It is a word that is inclusive. That is a place, an economic hub where the wide Australian community come to buy, to be there.
We have been campaigning to take it down and rename this place.
In January, Hazara man Bharat Ali Batoor proposed changing the name Afghan Bazaar. He's also launched a petition.
This word is problematic. This is a traumatizing word.
He says the ethnicity of the majority of migrants from Afghanistan living in Australia are of Pashtun, Tajik, Hazara or Uzbek descent. Bharat says the name Afghan doesn't represent everyone.
Historically, the Hazaras have been long persecuted and oppressed by the Afghan rulers to date, and that is still going on. So this word is very traumatizing for our people.
Bharat has proposed an alternative, littleBamiyan, named after the area in Afghanistan where historic Buddha statues were destroyed by the Taliban in 2001.
This province is the first national park of Afghanistan. So it has a very historical importance to that, and it's also very multicultural. It's home to different ethnic groups in Afghanistan.
Since going public with his littleBamiyan campaign, Bharat says he's been targeted by people who don't agree with him.
They're calling us mice eaters and cart pullers. It is a very common insult that they have been using for the Hazaras to insult them and to degrade them for a very long time.
Those on the other side of the debate say they've been abused online too.
People from our community who are pro-Afghan Bazaar have been threatened, have been cyberbullied, and have been intimidated on social media.
Moeen Marastial and Rokhan Akbar are both Pashtun men. They believe changing Afghan Bazaar to littleBamiyan would fracture the community.
To be honest with you, we've got nothing against Bamiyan itself. Bamiyan is one of the 34 provinces in Afghanistan. But what we are saying, it is not inclusive.
It is very important for us to keep the name of our country. We have Chinatown in Australia. We have Indian bazaar there. But the Chinatown, nobody says that this is Peking bazaar or this is Shanghai bazaar. Or this is supposed to be Guangzhou bazaar. Why we should say that? When we say Afghan bazaar, it is including everyone, every province from Afghanistan and every ethnicity group.
Hello, my name is Nasrun Adari.
My name is Mohammed Suleiman Zamani.
Tensions between the groups came to a head in February when the Mayor of Greater Dandenong Council hosted a peace meeting. Also at the meeting were members of Victoria Police, Home Affairs and the AFP. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Dr. Marjan Hajari is the Executive Manager of Strategic Growth and Advocacy at the Greater Dandenong Council. Why did Council invite Victoria Police, Federal Police and Home Affairs to the meeting?
We worked very closely with all of our state government and federal government colleagues. So this was it, and it was for the leaders and the committee leaders. So as the council, we work closely with all of our agencies.
But federal police and state police aren't normally invited to council meetings.
It was not a council meeting. I have to say it was not a council meeting. We didn't have police in council meeting.
So who hosted the meeting then?
Our mayor hosted the meeting.
But it's not a council meeting?
No, it was a forum.
I had a privilege to be invited to the meeting. The meeting was not about the change name or anything like that, or a debate about the name itself. It was to calm down the community.
A peace agreement was signed by leaders from the Hazara, Pashtoon and Tajik communities, the Mayor and Victoria Police, with all parties agreeing that a recent discussion about Thomas Street has divided our communities and that it is not okay to threaten others online or in person.
It was something really new to me, and I do not know if it was binding on the community or something like that. I signed the agreement. I mean, without any hesitation, because we're not people of violence.
But the peace didn't last. 3 days after the treaty was signed, a man went live on TikTok and allegedly threatened members of the Afghan community.
A hazara man is saying that he will go about killing Pashtuns in the community.
It actually frightens the whole communities from any particular ethnic group who does not look like Hazaras. So any community member, whether it's woman, child, they're concerned for their children, for their safety.
Victoria Police spoke to the man. No charges have been laid. Journalist Sahar Faladi has been covering the Afghan Bazaar debate for local paper, the Dandenong Star Journal.
The petition alone is not causing trouble. People do have the right to different opinions and views, but what different people are doing with those views or with those opinions, personal opinions, is